Metal Heroes! Let's do it!
Hey yo ho ho, and welcome to Metal Heroes, where we give each and every Robot Master their own spotlight. Today we are still celebrating the 34th anniversary of MegaMan. So in the 10th and final episode of Season 3, we are celebrating and wrapping it up with the Blue Bomber himself. We'll grab that megaphone and talk about who he is as a character, his backstory, go into some development details, and just what went into creating him, and lastly go over his video game legacy. So let's dig into Dr. Light's files, 1 megabyte at a time, and download DLN 001, the super fighting robot, the metal hero, MegaMan.
He's beautiful!
He's the greatest creation of my career, and I will call him MegaMan.
MegaMan! I like it!
But you're also my son, Rock, and I've got an added surprise for you. This is Rush. He's going to be your canine companion and transportation.
Hey, come on! Stop with the licking!
MegaMan, or Rock, like his sister Roll, was a helper robot. Rock was designed to be Dr. Light's lab assistant and be like the son he never had. However, one day, Dr. Light's old colleague, Dr. Albert Wily, grew tired of being in Light's shadow. Wily began plotting against him, and he built a robot factory. After stumbling across Proto Man and repairing him, he now discovered a way to create robot masters that would be on par with Dr. Light's. He used this knowledge to steal and reprogram the 6 industrial robots that Light had created. With these robots, Wily seized control of the city and demanded he get the recognition that he thought he deserved. These events in turn put everything into motion. Rock, with his sense of justice, volunteers to be modified into a fighting robot. Rock became the blue metal hero, MegaMan. MegaMan believes in humans and robots living together in peace. Time and time again, MegaMan, equipped with his Mega Buster and extraordinary ability to copy other robots' powers, fights to protect the world from those who would pit machines against man. MegaMan is optimistic and has a childlike purity. He is capable of making his own judgments and doing what he feels is right. While other robots were built for a specific line of work, MegaMan, on the other hand, was built with the functionality to turn himself off when he feels he is no longer needed. A feature that actually imbues him with sadness. The sadness of a robot in his inorganic existence. However, he carries with him a sense of hope, idealism, and the futurism that robots embody.
MegaMan, the Blue Bomber.
I hate MegaMan. He ruins everything. Attention all robots! Destroy MegaMan!
Try these on for size! A perfect fit! Mind if I borrow this?
Oh, now you've got my weapon! Why can't we stop that blue queen?
Rockman was designed by series creator Akira Kitamura. In a great interview between Akira Kitamura and manga artist Arika Hitoshi, featured in the Rockman Maniacs collection, they discussed what went into creating the character. Akira went on to say, The heroes I loved were always strong figures that you could look up to. They were different from the heroes of today, who you're supposed to have something in common with. To me, a hero embodies the virtue that we all have in our hearts. In that sense, there's something childlike about heroism. Heroes are the people who are proud to show that side of themselves to others. They have a lonely existence and they will bear any burden, even when they're not being watched by others, simply because it is the right thing to do. I like heroes with that childlike purity and idealism, someone who can still believe in what's right even when others say that's not realistic. I think when a person encounters a hero like that in art, they can learn a lot from them. That's the kind of hero I wanted to create in MegaMan. MegaMan is heavily influenced by the old school anime and tokusatsu, like Astro Boy, Cashern, and Kamen Rider. Another old show was Ninja Captor. Akira had the idea when MegaMan equipped different special weapons, his helmet would change. For instance, the pieces found in the middle of his helmet. In Ninja Captor, they had different helmet emblems for their elemental powers. To avoid any legal issues, programmer Matsushita came up with the idea to change MegaMan's colors. While the helmet idea might have been scrapped at the time, Akira Kitamura's ideas are still finding their way into the series to this day. From how special weapons can affect the environment in Mega Man 7, to the helmet idea now making its way into Mega Man 11. When the first Rockman game made its way over to the USA and Europe, Capcom USA's senior vice president at the time, Joseph Morisi, didn't think the title Rockman would catch on with Western audiences. And so the name Mega Man was born. Whether you refer to the series as Rockman or Mega Man, it goes without saying that the character and his series has an enormous legacy that led him to becoming Capcom's mascot, spawn multiple spin-offs, and influence countless games to this day. The original series and Mega Man himself has so many games under his belt. From the mainline entries with Mega Man 1 through 11, to 5 Game Boy games, which have their own stories and awesome little Game Boy cinematics, his own sports game with Mega Man Soccer, a uniquely fun kart racer with Battle and Chase, where you race and steal your opponent's parts, a board game that precedes Mario Party, 2 arcade titles that were later released on PS2, Sega Genesis remakes of Mega Man 1 through 3 with exclusive new content, an interactive movie game with Super Adventure Rockman, a criminally overlooked and incredible remake of Mega Man 1 for the PSP that's jam-packed with so much content it still outshines many remakes made today. Weird licensed games from other countries like Rockman Strategy from Taiwan, a number of mobile games like Rockman Pinball, Rockman Tennis, and Rockman the Puzzle Battle, and what seems like an endless supply of fan games like Mega Man 2.5D, Street Fighter Cross Mega Man, the 8-bit Famicom remakes, Rochon modifications, and the list goes on and on till the break of dawn. And if that weren't enough, there's 2 Rockman and Fort titles, the Neo Geo Pocket version of the arcade games with Battle and Fighters, a somewhat questionable Game Gear game. Lastly, the Super Fightin' Robot has quite the fighting game legacy as well, from Marvel vs. Capcom to the more recent Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Gotta be in here somewhere. Let's split up.
Gutsman, any sign of Mega Man?
Not yet.
Wait a second. If you're Gutsman, then who's that Gutsman?
Surprise!
Proto Man, was that you? Did you blast Mega Man?
No such luck, Quick Man. But I'm gonna blast you in a scrap.
No, you're not, because I'm quicker.
Yeah, but you sure are dumber.
Welcome back. MegaMan is a character that is near and dear to so many people. I know for me personally, the Blue Bomber is my favorite character in all of media. If I was permitted to include him in a superhero discussion, he's also my favorite superhero. I personally tend to agree with Kitamura and Ariga's views on how the classic series sometimes does get a little too lighthearted in a few games, and it loses its somewhat serious themes that it was intended to have, like the old animations that inspired it used to have. A Mega Man story, in my opinion, is at its best when it toes the line between being serious but remaining hopeful. Not as dark as X, but not as light as something like Mega Man 9 or 10. But hey, that's just my opinion. So I'd love to hear what you think about it, so let me know down in the comments. Overall, considering the sheer amount of games Mega Man has, I find it pretty impressive that most of them are endlessly replayable classics. And to add on to that feat, many of them were developed under some serious crunch time. When we come back with Metal Hero Season 4, we're headed to Russia, because we'll be covering the Dr. Cossack numbers from Mega Man 4, which has some pretty damn cool robot masters, so I'm really looking forward to that. But in the meantime, we'll have a couple of episodes of Metal Heroes X, and the new Metal Heroes Infinity spin-off is coming up in the new year. Speaking of which, a little channel update. In 2022, I plan on announcing a set schedule for Metal Heroes Season 4 and the 2 spin-offs, the same day and time every week, so you can know exactly when to expect the latest episodes. And of course, I'll still be making other kinds of content, but it won't replace the weekly episodes. I'll be bumping up the amount of content I'm putting out next year, so everything else is extra, from game reviews, arcade videos, shop videos, or any new kind of content will be in addition to the weekly Metal Heroes episodes. Anyways, I'll have more finalized info on that in the coming weeks. And of course, if there's anything more you'd like to see, I'd love to hear your feedback down in the comments. Till next time, Mega Bros, Den signing off.